Hi, welcome to the Gamesplainer. I'm Jeff the Gamesplainer, and today I'm gamesplaining Ride the Rails. So this is Ride the Rails set up as a 3-player game. The very first thing that happens is everyone takes shares in a company. The companies that are available at the beginning of the game are here, which is just the blue and red companies, or red and blue if you go left to right. In the second round, the orange company will also be available. Third round, we add the yellow. Fourth, we add the purple. Fifth, we add the black. And then the sixth is not adding any new ones. And that is then the end of the game. So the very first thing that people do is select which of the two companies available they wish to buy or back. It doesn't cost any money to actually back a company. So for example, green might back the red. Why did I go green first? Because he's the last player. So this happens in reverse turn order. Blue might go the other direction and grab one of the blue trains. And purple is going to grab red as well. So we've got two of them who have red as their company and one of them with blue as their company. The next thing that happens is they build a railroad track. Because there's nothing on the board at the moment, these 6 cities are where each of the rails will start. Each of these 6 cities can only take one rail into it. Every other location on the board can take 2 rails into them from different companies. You can't take 2 of the same company in. When you get through to adding yellow, yellow is going to be added from either Chicago or any of the 3 leftmost or westernmost cities that have been built up to that stage. Orange, which will come in the second round, can also be built out of these 6 cities or out of Chicago. Yellow, which will come in the third round, will build from Chicago or any of the 3 leftmost cities or westernmost cities that are on the board. When purple comes in, purple can be built from any of these 4 locations. When black comes in, it can get added at any location that doesn't already have 2 locomotives, or Chicago. Chicago is the only location that can hold more than 2 locomotives. So you could have every color, all 6 of them, coming from Chicago if you wished, or coming through Chicago if you wished. Once there is part of a color on the board, so the first locomotive has been played for each company, or for any of the companies, should I say, then every other train line must come off a connecting location to that. How many pieces can you add? I'm glad you asked. If you're playing a 3-player game, you can add 8 pieces, 8 trains of companies that you own. So purple owns red, which means he can only add 8 of the red locomotives. If any of your locomotives go over these darker spots, they are difficult terrain. That just reduces the number of locomotives by 1. It doesn't matter how many of them you go over, you only reduce by 1 by going across them. Blue, when he places, will place 8 locomotives in the blue, and green will play 8 in the red. So let's actually play that through, because you kind of need to see how this builds out to understand it. So, for example, red might start here. He might go through these cities. So he's placed 5 in so far. He might continue 6, 7, and he might as well just continue that way, because he's not going to be able to take red into this city. You can take any 2 of these starting cities with the same train line. So blue now will place 8 of the blue trains, and he might come from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then green also places 8 more reds. And he can go in anywhere that the red already is, but he's going to continue this line. Now, things to notice before I move on with more of the Gamesplaned, things to notice is The first person that puts a train into this city or this city or this city, so any with that little 5 on the bottom, will get 5 money. Every person that puts a train into Chicago will get 2 money. The first person to have a line that is able to get from coast to coast, so we're talking one of these coloured cities to one of these coloured cities, it doesn't have to be from the same company. You just need to be able to make a journey from east to west or west to east. As soon as you have done that, you will get some money. The person who does it will get some money. If they do it in a city, they'll get 12 money. If they do it in a non-city spot, they'll get 8 money. And the way to do that might be to actually add a second train of a different company to a city to connect the two. So that's just a couple of bonuses to look out for. Once they've laid their track, each of the players in turn order will then send someone along that track for a journey. So, for example, purple might take this guy and he'll send him along the track. So he's going to go 1, which pushes that and that forward. So for each city that he visits, the white one goes forward. For each track section that he uses, the color of the track goes forward. So he goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he has managed to go 6 paths within his own company, and he's managed to go 7 cities with his guy, which means anyone who owns the red company will get 6 money. So that's purple and green both get 6 money. And then purple by himself will get 7 more money. And that money was for where the white token is. And they both come down. The guy that did the journey then goes back to the box. So he doesn't stay on the board at all. Remove him from said game. Blue can then take the journey as well. So it's 1, 2, 3 paths, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 4 cities. So he's going to get 3 and 4, which is 7 points. That then comes back to 0. And then this player is also going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to there, giving both the purple player and the green player 6 more points. And then the green player takes another 7, which brings him up in line with the purple player. And that, my friends, is the essence of the game. We then reset the board in terms of turn order. So the person who was at the back on that scoring track will become first player. So blue becomes first player. These two, because they're equal on the track, swap turn order. This then moves down to round 2. And orange becomes available to us also. So going backwards, purple will select first and they will select orange. Then green. Green is going to take another share in the red company. And blue is going to also go with orange. So blue is adding. First, he can add to either the blue line or the orange line. And he thinks it's worthwhile to start orange in Chicago because he's going to get 2 more points for doing that. He's then going to join that up. Bear in mind that when you take the journey, you can't go over the same spot twice. So if you put this train here and then swung out to here, he wouldn't actually be able to take the journey because he'd be going through there twice. So you've got to go up and then back down. And he'll put another 2 in up here on orange to take it up to Milwaukee. Okay, it's now green's turn. Green can only add onto the red track, and he's going to go 1, 2, 3, actually 4. That gets him 5 more money, and he thinks he'll go 2, 3, 4. And then purple can add orange or red, and he thinks he's going to add orange to bring that down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So purple gets 5 money as well. And he can put one more in. He thinks it's worthwhile to put that there so that he can eventually end the line over in St. Louis without losing the ability to get there. Okay, we now go to the traveling. So blue travels first. Because blue and orange aren't joined together, he has the choice of going 1, 2, 3 portions for the blue, or going 1, 2, 3, 4 portions for the orange. He can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 stops, but more than half of that will be given to the other players. So what he might do is take this guy and just go 1, 2, 3, 4, and he's going to stop there, which was 1, 2, 3, 4 orange. So blue gets 4 points for owning orange. 1, 2, 3, 4. Purple also owns orange, so he'll get 4 points. 1, 2, 3, 4. Blue will also get 5. Then it goes into the green's turn to move and to take points, and he thinks this guy's going to cross over there. He's going to start his journey here, and he'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on the red line. So that was green that was doing that. His 8 on the red line is actually worth 16 money to him. And then purple is going to travel on both the red and the orange. I don't believe that this is a link. So there's not a whole bunch of value. You can't travel both red and orange. You need to actually have one of these two getting into the other city for that link to actually be a link. It's almost a link, and it will be next round, but at the moment it's not a link. So purple, while he would desperately like to go from here to here because that would get him the most space, he can't travel across that line. So what he's going to do at the moment is he'll travel from here and go 1, 2, 3, 4 spots on the orange line, which means that purple will get 4 points, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the other 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And blue will get 4 points. 1, 2, 3, 4. We then reset the player order, move that down so the yellow company is now available. Green is going to push forward another one on the red. Purple is going to push forward on the orange line, and blue is going to take some yellow line. Blue now places line. If he wishes to place some yellow, which is a benefit to him, he can place it either in Chicago, or this city, or this city. And he thinks it would benefit him to place that there. He doesn't get any bonus, but what it means is the red train can't get in there. And he's going to do 2, 3, and 4 to get there. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, purple's turn now. Purple can only place the red or the orange, and it's of his benefit to place orange. In fact, it's probably of his benefit to join up here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This red can't go into there, but this orange can go into there. So that's number 8. To move on, green's turn. Green can only place red. Now here's the problem. Green has only backed red, but he only has 2 more pieces available to him. So his absolute best bet at the moment is going to be to join those 2 cities together. Okay, so green on the next round is probably going to want to get something that's not red, simply because he can't place any more train, so it's not of benefit to him to keep doing that. Blue now travels. Blue is going to travel from this spot, and he will go 1, 2, 3, 4 on blue, 1 on orange, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then on yellow for 1 more. So anyone who owns orange is getting 6 points, which is blue, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and purple, 6. Anyone who owns blue, which is just the blue player, gets 4 more points. And anyone who owns yellow, which again is just the blue player, is going to get 1 more point. And then blue, for doing the journey, gets 12. Okay, now purple's turn. Purple is going to pick up this guy here and go 1 on orange, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, then change to the red train to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So that gets anyone who owns red is worth 8. So purple gets 8 points and green gets 24 points. That was for the red line. And anyone who owns orange, which is purple, owns 2 of them, so it's 14 points for purple. And blue will get another 7 points. And then purple, because it's his turn, will get 16 more points. And then green gets to go on a journey, and he thinks his best bet at the moment is to pick up this one and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And he'll get off there rather than giving the other guys points. So green is getting 7 times 3, so 21 points. Purple is getting 7 points. And then green gets another 8 points. Okay, I think that is enough of the game to get a feel for how it goes. If you have any games that you would like to be Gamesplayed, please shoot me an email to thegamesplainer@gmail.com. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter @thegamesplainer to keep up to date with the games that I'm playing. Subscribe to my videos to keep up to date with the games that I'm gamesplaying. And until next time, enjoy gaming.